Hi class, this is Miss Waltner. We're going to do something kind of fun and different today. So instead of just watching a video, you're going to watch and work at the same time, or maybe watch and then work on your own activity. So I'm gonna try to do this really quick because during Smart Time you guys don't have a ton of time. So I have Word open, and I'm going to go up and edit my margins to narrow. Okay, so this gives me more of an editable space to work with. So you can see with normal margins, I have 1 inch all the way around that is just going to be white. There will be no text, no words, no pictures, no nothing all the way around. With narrow, we cut that down to 1/2 inch all the way around. So with normal margins, you can see you've got 6.5 inches of editable area. You can write anything in there. And that's across the page, and looks like 9 inches down, which makes sense because this is standard 8.5 by 11 paper, or my page size. So if I change it to narrow, you can see now I've got 7.5 inches of workable space and 10 inches this way. So and it's actually super easy to change these. You just go up to your ruler and you can pull these pretty much wherever you want. Okay, so if you need, for whatever reason, a super wide right margin, bingo, you got it. Okay, so I'm going to hit undo and fix it. I can also change my orientation of the paper. So if I wanted, here, I'll make this a little smaller. If I wanted to have my words go this way on the printed page, no problem. You can also change your paper size. So right now, we normally work with 8.5 by 11 paper. That's pretty standard with papers and computer stuff. But you can also do legal, which is the size your report cards print on. There are envelopes. And then if we scroll down here, there are also these are picture sizes, 5 by 7, 8 by 10, and down here somewhere, did I miss some? Index cards, so 3 by 5 index cards. So if you wanted to do index cards for vocab with the word on one side and the definition on the other, no problem. You could do that really pretty easily. Today we're working with the 8.5 by 11 though, and I do want it to be portrait, so let me flip back there. If you don't have the ruler guides, it's actually really easy to find it and add it in. You just go to View, and here's my ruler, so I can check or uncheck it. There's also this thing called grid lines. So if you needed something to be in an exact place or to line up perfectly with something else, it would be really easy to do that with the grid lines. Most of the time you don't need those though, and it gets a little annoying trying to see your stuff around the boxes. So most of the time we don't use those. Okay, I'm going to go back to home. Actually no, I want page layout because I still want to add columns. So I'm going to have 2 columns here. So this will allow me to write or start typing and write and write and write all the way down to the bottom of the page, and then it will wrap itself up here and keep going. Okay? And so it will look a little bit more like a newspaper with columns. So I want to hop on over to the Poetry Foundation where I found this poem by Christina Rosetti called Color. And I want to make sure to grab where it's from. So I'm getting this from the poetryfoundation.org, but they got it from the Golden Book of Poetry, which was published in 1947. So I'm going to grab this. Right click, copy, hop back over to my thing here. Okay, so let me make this a little bigger again. So here is my poem, and you can see that it's in, looks like 4 different fonts and styles. So I'm going to go back to home. So you can see, since there are different fonts and font sizes, these are blank. Now I can change these, so I could make all of them the same interesting looking font, and that would be okay. And we could make it all the same size, but I like it better with some distinction. So I can actually raise the size of all of the fonts without screwing up how color the font, the title is bigger than everything else. So I'm going to do that by clicking on this one. It's called Grow Font. So I can make the whole thing kind of bigger. And I still have lots of space here at the bottom. So one of the things I want to do, because I'm going to add pictures to this poem, is give myself a little bit of extra space to work with. So looks like 2.0 is too big. Let's try 1.5. And I think that looks pretty good. We might need to make it a little smaller as we work through this. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm actually going to put another one side by side so you can see what it started as and what we're going to change it to. So we're going to change the color words to their color. So pink, we're going to make pink. Okay, red, we're going to make red. Blue, we're going to make blue. White, we're going to make white. So I want to find a picture of a rose. So I'm going to go over to Google. Now when you search with Google, you can either search up here in the address bar or down here in the Google bar. It really doesn't make any difference. And when I do my Google search, I'm going to put the color and the thing that I'm searching for, because you'll get better results. So images. Now one of the really kind of important things here is size. So you can see this one is 1944 by 1296. So that's pretty big. So this has to do with the number of basically pixels, which are dots, that go across the picture. So the higher the dots, the better your picture is. So you can see this one has a lot of dots this way and a lot of dots this way, making it a pretty high resolution photo. This one, 300 by 300, is not as great. It's probably smaller. So I'm going to grab this photo because it looks pretty good anyway. And I'm going to make it kind of tiny anyhow. So I'm going to go to copy image and flip back over. I have rows selected. So I'm going to take my mouse and put it right over the word that's selected. Right click and choose that first paste option. Okay. From here, I have to select it again. So I'm just clicking on it. And then I'm going to grab one of the corner handles and drag it down to something smaller. Now, let me make this bigger. If I don't grab one of the diagonal corner ones, if I grab the side or the top, it's just going to make it look funny, skinny, or whatever. So I'm going to go and undo that. I want the corner ones so that it looks better. Okay, so what is pink? A rose is pink. Let's do red. Should be pretty fast. Okay, a poppy. So I want red poppy. Now you can go back up here and do red poppy. Or you could scroll back up and do it up here in the Google search bar. Either work. Okay, so I'm going to grab red poppy. Flip back. Right row. Try again. Paste it in. Needs to be much smaller so that it fits with my work. So I am trying not to go to the next page. That's the point. So it's all on one. What is blue? Make this pretty blue. Okay, so we're gonna do blue sky. I'm just gonna grab one of these. So when I'm doing this, I am choosing my picture, and then I'm selecting the text, and and putting the picture in its place. Okay, white is a little different. In this one, you can't just make the text white because it will disappear. So in this case, we need to highlight the background in black. Let's just grab white. So this is where you do that. You highlight the background. So we obviously could do yellow or green or blue, whatever, but black has the best impact, the most pop. Okay, so I'm going to look for a white swan. Okay, lots of options. Some of them pretty cute. So I'm just going to grab one. Alright, this one has a logo at the bottom, and I don't really need all these waves. So I'm going to show you how to crop this photo. You select it, and then right-click it. Either at the top or bottom, so this box might be down here instead, you're going to see these are your photo tools. So we want this one that says crop. Okay, so these bring fat black bars and lines to your picture. So you can grab the corners or grab the sides. In this case, it doesn't matter. Okay, and pull it to you so you only get what you really need. So everything else is grayed out. When I click away from it, pretty much anywhere else, only what I've chosen stays behind. And then I can make this as small or as big as I want. So that's it. And if we need to go back and make this just a tad smaller, we can. We'll just select all of this and maybe bring it down just a little bit. So that way you have room to work and maybe make your pictures a little bit bigger. I'm going to leave the rest to you. All you need to do is open up the document that is just below this video and get started. When you're done, we'll print it. Have fun. Thanks, guys.